Hello gang, Merlin Don on the mic. Today, guess what? We have again the Marshall D. Tits, our favorite leader here. Right, so in the development version of the simulator we can play some games with the starter decks, and that's what I did. I have tested some versions of the deck. This is the first version that I have prepared for you guys. Of course, it's not the final version. It needs a lot of testing, a lot of cooking, and this is what I'm gonna do the upcoming days and weeks. As I'm gonna prepare, of course, also for the regionals in France, in Toulouse. And I might also play Tits. I have some leaders in my mind, but I'm not yet. I haven't yet decided. So, but anyway, let's do what we do always in these videos. We will go and check about the combinations, the defense of this deck, the curve of this deck, the cards of this deck. Then we will check it in the simulator, and finally we will see some gameplay. So Marshall did it. I will not go and tell you what this leader does. We have plenty of videos in this channel. But okay, spoiler alert, the on-play effects are negated by this leader. They don't work, and you can activate many. You can activate main, so you can activate that once per turn. You trust one card, and then all the on-plays for your opponent also on the next turn are negated, so they don't work also. Your starting hand, so when you draw the first 5 cards, you search for your stage. Stage is really important. Of course, then we have Laboon and Tokyo, so this combination. Both of these cards are at this version of the deck essential. But of course, like I said, it might not be the final version of the deck. So as the deck list evolves and the meta evolves, we might want to change that. But if we do, I will make sure to let you know. So on the early game we have our Lafitte to play, we have our full ahead, we have our Tokyo, and of course we have our This Is My Era. I forgot to add it here, so the 1-cost event. On the mid game we have our Laboon play, Jesus, Van Ager, Kuzan, and the new Kuzan. So the new Kuzan is a 6-tone card, and it's blocker, and when the enemies KO this card, then you get to play one Blackbeard Pirates card with a cost 5 or less from your trust. So you have to make sure that you have like this Kuzan or Van Ager or Jesus Burgess in your graveyard in order to bring this back once this card is KO'd. Of course, the setup, the ideal setup would be Laboon or Van Ager, and then on the 7th dawn you play your Jack, so your Marshall Tits, the new Marshall Tits, which also like a Jack, so you can KO a 3-cost or less character if you arrest this big boss, right? And on the KO, just pick one black card from your trust, whatever card you want, right? So even a 10-cost hits, whatever card you desire, you just take it. Our finishers, of course, are 10-cost hits, which is a huge blocker, and it freezes one enemy, it negates one enemy, it negates the ability of the enemy leader. Such a crazy card. To defend ourselves, we have 2 Ks. I play Stronger and 1-leg soldier. You will say, wait a minute, where is Katarina Duvon? Well, I'm trying this list with 1-leg soldier, and I will tell you later why, or let me tell you why. Now we play a KO list, so we depend on KO things with these Tits, right? And Katarina does a -1, whereas and it's a 2K, right? Whereas the 1-leg soldier, it's a 2K and does a -3, and you send this character to the trust. So you populate your trust, it's a 2K, and you give an enemy -3. it's a really strong card for this deck, and it's an activate main, right? So you can use it. Of course, our Kuzan and our Martial Deities are our two blockers. I consider also other cards. I consider also the 1-cost Caribou, the blocker. Consider also the Vasco, also the Katarina. Like I said, this is the first draft of the deck that I have played with in the simulator. But it felt really good, to be honest. So some combinations. If you face a 10 cost, right, and you have managed to establish either the Martial Deities, the 7 cost, or these two, you can do the combination and KO it, right? So if you have established these two, you play for 7 Dawn, your Martial Deities, you KO the 10 cost, and then you have 3 Dawns remaining to use them however you want. Or if you have already established a Martial Deities for 9 Dawn, you can play these two, KO the 10 cost. Another combination is the 1-legged soldier and the stronger, in combination with Martial Deities, KO an 8 cost or less. So it's just you can also do it in 10 Dawns, so in one turn. So you can use all of your 10 Dawns, 3 cards, and then if you don't have any of them, right, and then an 8 cost is gone. Or if you have already established the Martial Deities and you play the 1-legged soldier and stronger, then 8 cost is gone. And of course, Van Iger and Martial Deities 6 cost. And what we have here also is the Tempest Kick in this list. The Tempest Kick adds -3 for only 1 cost. So let's say that you have already established a Martial Deities and you play a Van Iger and a Tempest Kick for 6 Dawns, then you can KO at 9 cost, right? And so on. So do the math. But like I said, this deck list is focused on removal, and we'll also talk about the removal pieces in a moment. So this is the curve. If you go first, or let's go for the preferred curve. Of course, like always, our preferred curve is the even curve. So go second. Why? Because we start by using our states or our Lafitte or our this is my age, also the 1 cost, right? Then on the 4 Dawn, you have some options. So you can either play your Doku, and on the next turn you can KO something. If you combine it with your Laboon or your Vanagur, you can establish a Jesus or a Laboon. And then on the 6 Dawns, you can either play your Kuzan or establish a Vanagur and prepare everything for your Martial Deities on the 8th Dawn. And then on the 10th Dawn, of course, you have the big Martial Deities, so the big boss. And if you have already established Laboon and Vanagur here, you can KO pretty much everything with your Martial Deities. Like we said before, this combination KOs even a 10 cost character. If you go first, it's of course the same. You just play for 1 cost one of these two, then you establish your Doku on 3, then on 5 Dawn, it's better to establish either a Kuzan or a Laboon, and then on the 7th Dawn you play your Martial Deities, and you can either KO something of 7 cost or less with Laboon and your Teats, or you crack your Kuzan, you bring a Vanagur on the field and you KO something with 6 cost or less, right? Or if you need to defend yourself, you can always play a Kuzan instead of your Martial Deities, right? On the 9th Dawn, you can either do the same here or just play, for example, 2 Jesuses, right? Like we did before. And of course, on the 10th Dawn, we have the Martial Deities to finish off the games for us. So this list is a little bit odd. Like I said, I'm experimenting with many things now, and in the upcoming days, I think, or let's say in the upcoming weeks, it will be clear what kind of list we need to play, because it will be adjusted according to what other people's what other people play, so that it can counter the rest of the decks, right? So we play 4 Laboon, 4 one-leg soldier, 4 Vanagur, 4 Stronger, 4 Tempest Kick. All of these cards that I mentioned, they reduce the cost. Laboon reduces -4, one-leg soldier -3, Vanagur -3. Of course, Kuzan can also be cracked to bring Vanagur from the graveyard. That means also, like, let's say placebo for copies of 8 copies of Vanagur. Tempest Kick also -3, right? And then we have the cards that do the KOing. It's our Doku and our Martial DTs. So these 7 cards here do all the KOing. Of course, except the whole KOing, we have Jesuses, who benefit from the graveyard and get stronger and stronger and stronger. We have our Searchers, Lafitte, and this is my aids. We play 2 of Liberation, which we can also combine with our reducers to KO, so negate and KO things, right? And also, of course, the new Kuzan here, 2 copies. I might go up to 4. Might go down to 0. We will see, because like I said, we need to test it with many games, not only a few of them, right? And of course, the finisher, Martial DT, it's only 2 copies of this. Why? Because we can bring it back with our new Martial DT, 7 cost, so we do not miss it that much as in the previous metas. So let's go ahead and check 3 games that we played here. So the first one is against Belo, and believe me, you will face many Belo in this meta. Why? Because they hand the blue-purple Luffys, right? So no matter where you are in a regional or in like your locals, you will find this Belo there. So we go second here. We establish our Doku, and our Doku awaits for something to KO, right? So the first hit we take it, and then he plays a Karazu for 3. So he found no Searcher. This is really good for us. We play our Lafitte and we grab a 2k, and then we play a second Lafitte. Oh, I see this. This is also the old list with the Devon instead of the one-legged. So you can pretend here that this Devon is the one-legged. So and as you can see, we have 2Ks, we have the Jesuses, we have our Kuzan, and now the Belo starts vomiting creeps, right? What I don't like here is, of course, this Lindbergh. This Lindbergh should go, and this is also time to do it. So instead of playing our blocker here, the Kuzan blocker, of course we will first attack this Karasu, and then we will do a -3 and KO it with Doku, and with the remaining 1 Dawn we will grab 1 Martial DT, I think here, exactly, 1 Martial DT, because we are already at 6 Dawns. Of course we black hole him the whole time here. We don't want to let him use his own play effects, right? So he KOs our Doku, but we don't really care because we have another Doku, and then he goes 8k to our life. He tries to bring us down to 0, which I can understand. Then he plays from his card and another Lindbergh. He has only 2 cards in his hand, which is great for us, because we managed to survive with we're like at 2 life. We have a ton of cards in our hands, and of course this Vanagur is really important, because of course we will go first 5 to this Embori Ivankov, then he will play the event to defend him, give a -1 to the Vanagur, and then he plays the Karazu, of course, from the event, and he gives a -1 our Vanagure, but we don't care because we will use this Vanagure in combination with this Doku to KO this Karasu. And of course, for the remaining 6 turns, we will play the Kuzan, so our new blocker. And of course, this is a blocker which we can use to bring something else back from the dead. So the first things first, he goes 9 to our leader. This classic Belo Betty, of course, we can counter that, and we will counter that. Then he goes again 9k, and he KOs our Doku with this Lindbergh. And we get to draw another card. We get to draw another Doku from the Doku's effect. And when the Kuzan goes to the graveyard, we bring what else? A Doku. We bring a Doku because we can use it immediately with the Vanagure and so with the Vanagure and to kill this Lindbergh or the other, so the Ivankov. So we go 5 to Ivankov, we KO this Lindbergh, and now we can go like so we search, of course, with our Lafitte, we play our blocker Kuzan, we black hole him. He can't do anything at all, of course. At this point, he just goes 11k. We bring Jesus on the field. He's like at 3 life with nothing in his hand. Of course, we will go then all in with our Lafitte, and we win here. So pretty solid, as you could see. This Kuzan came up in both cases really good. So I am like not disappointed at all. So let's go and see the second match is against the purple black Luffy, and you will see also many purple black Luffys. It's such a strong deck now with the beard Luffy, right? So the new 6-cost Luffy. Exactly. So we play our states. So we use both of our dons to recycle and find some cards. The first hit, we take it. He used all of his 3 dons to do that. That tells me that he didn't find anything at all, or he didn't want to use his Zoro or his how's it called, the Robin, because I did black hole him. This is really important to do when you play against purple black. If he goes first, you have to black hole him on 3 don, because if he rams, then he can play the 6-cost Luffy on his next turn. So this is the 3rd turn, and this is something that you don't want at any means, because this Luffy is like makes the leader 7k leader, right? So we go then 5 to his life, and we establish our Laboon. Why we establish our Laboon? Because we are at 6 tons, and we have a Vanagure, a Doku, and a Teach here. I decided here to recycle this one-leg soldier, and of course we black hole him again. Here we don't want him to use any of his on play effects. We will just black hole him the whole time. Now we take, because we need some cards in our hand, and then he plays a Sanji. So this is great that we did black hole him, because we would otherwise we would have we would lose this Laboon, right? So what I do here, what I decided to do here is to do a -4 to this Sanji, then KO him using my Doku. Then we recycle this Kuzan. I wanted to find a 2k, but I found Jesus, which is also okay, right? And then of course we what did I trust? I trust the Kuzan here to black hole, because he was at 7 don, and I was like, okay, if he plays this what's called the Luffy, then he will attack me with 6 tones, because with 1 tone. So he attaches 1 tone to his Luffy, and then he plays a 6 cost new Luffy. And this is exactly what he did. So you need to know your enemy. You need to know how, or to forecast what he will do, right? So he wanted to play this Luffy, and I knew it. That's why I had to have 2k in my hand. So of course, once he plays the Luffy, it's over for him, because we do a -4 with our Laboon, and we KO it immediately with our martial tits, so the new tits, right? Then we hit him with 6k, we recycle, we black hole him, we hit him again with 8k, which he also takes, and now he's at 8 ton, I think, or 9, and he has nothing. He has nothing, he's black holed, and we have like 4 characters, now we have 3 left. So now he plays a Frankie and a Mr. 2. So we play our tits on curve with tendons, and then we recycle. I was thinking that should I take another tits and play back-to-back tits here? Is this the right play, or should I just go for game next turn? And I decided to go for game next turn because he has only 5 cards. He didn't leave any dawn open. So I was like, okay, you know what? I will try to bring him down to 1 life or to 0 life. And of course, he gave me one of his blockers, and he's down to 1 life. Let's see what he will do now. I don't quite remember, to be honest. So he was thinking he goes 7 to my life. I think I took that. Exactly, I took that. And then he played a blocker. Exactly. Then he played the blocker. So we recycle with our stage. Then we search. So I said maybe I could find something else here, but I didn't. So I was like, okay, you know what? Do I want to go for game, or do I want to wait another turn? But I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do it. And I nullified his blocker. I went 7k. He used, of course, his Gum Giant. Then I went 9k with this Burgess. He used the second Gum Giant, so 2 Gum Giants. It was like crazy. Then 10 with my first how's he called, the Blackbeard, and then 12 to his face. Of course, he doesn't have any other open dawns for yet another Gum Giant. But you saw that even if he didn't have another open dawn, he had almost the counter for it, right? Okay, so and the last game. Oh, the last game is also against Koala, because in the dev can only play that in the East format. So let's see how we what do we do against Koala, right? So this is an OP 12 leader, which we will see in August in the West. And I will also create some videos for every new leader in the OP 12 format, of course. But first, we will focus now in the upcoming weeks to us in the West and in the current OP 11 format, including the starter decks, right? Okay, so in 2 dawns we didn't have a docu, so 4 dawns we play Jesus Burgess, and then we attack him for 5. That's a 4 life leader, 4 life leader exactly. So it's great for us. And he played this Karazu, so this Karazu is really mean to us. It's really mean to us because if he attacks and you have like 5 cards in your hand, then you have to trust one. It's like a really mean card against Blackbeard. But you need to get around it. right? So I played the Kuzan here, and then of course I used my leader's ability in order to be at 4 cards, so that I will not be forced to trust one card. What he will do, of course, is he plays another Karasu and he attacks. So now, guys, focus. If I take that life, I will go to 5 cards, and then he attacks with Karasu, and I need to trust one card, plus the card that I will need to give up for to defend myself, right? So what I did here is, of course, I countered the first hit, and then I was like, okay, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. So I gave him these 2, and I took the next one. So now we play, this is my era. Okay, I grabbed the 2k, and then I played, I think, the Kuzan. I took another Birds, and I went 6, 8. He gave me 3 cards for that. 3 cards, guys. And then I went again 6, and it was like, okay, you know what? I gave you 3 cards. I will now give you the card, so I have another one, right? But it's great for us. He's again black hold. We don't lose any cards from this Karasu. And then he played this hack. So he's also like 8k with this, I don't know, it's called the ability, right? And then he attacks us with Karasu. We defend that. And we are now 10 down. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't care. I will black hole you. I will play my martial deeds. So again, when you do that, so when you play character that is more than 8 costs, you need to take one of your life. But we don't really care here. We don't really care because we play this huge monster. We freeze his negate his blocker. Then we will kill his Karasu, of course, and then we will go for his life, guys. And he surrenders instantly because he's black hole. He has to deal with huge monsters on the field, and what he has here doesn't help him at all because he all of these are on plays, and what do? We negate this on plays, right? Okay, guys, so this was the first guide, so the first draft of this leader with the starter decks 27. Like I said, at the moment, and for the games that I played in the development version, I'm really happy with this deck list, with the current deck list. It's focused like you saw and like we said in KOing stuff, right? And you can also negate the on plays of the opponent. So this is a synergy, right? And you have, of course, you can finish them off with your martial deeds, right? So again, we will try many things in the upcoming weeks. Stay tuned. Write me down on the comment section below what you think about this list, what you think about this leader in this meta that will form in the upcoming days and weeks here in the West. I will also try to play a lot of games and share my experiences with you guys. Thank you all for watching, guys. Peace. Bye.